members from last season, Jason Richardson and Zach Randolph, left early for the NBA. Richardson averaging 8 points, 2 assists for Golden State. Randolph, 8 boards for Portland. 2 freshmen, Allen Anderson, Kelvin Torbert, look to replace him. Torbert in the corner, takes it inside, takes it to the house. Torbert, 9 points in his first college game. Spartans up 8. Late first half, Michigan State up 10. Marcus Taylor draws 2 defenders. Dishes to Anderson for the nice layup. Anderson had 8 points. 7 Spartans had 8 or more points. Early second, Taylor comes off the screen, 3-pointer. Money, Taylor 14 points, 5 assists. Later in the second half, Michigan State just controlling it. Torbert takes a jumper, top of the key. Part of a 12-2 Spartans run. Michigan State, the top rebounding team in the nation the last 2 years, outboarded Detroit 43-32. They win at 80-70. Spartans to win their 25th straight opening game, and they extend Division I's longest active home court winning streak to 45 games, 39 of which have been by at least 10 points.
Number 19, Syracuse hosting Manhattan. Jim Boeheim looking for his 24th 20-win season of his career. Preston Shumpert finding Gweth Dewaney, brother of Dewaney from Wisconsin. He had 12 points to Dewaney. Orange by 11, Deshaun Williams driving. Acrobatic stuff, 22 points. Orange led by 11 at the break, second half. It's Shumpert. Likes the view, he had 21. Orange by 20. And then they were up by 19 suddenly. James Spears rode the bench for most of the second half last season. Getting his shot, 4.7 assists for him. Orange can win easily. Syracuse winning in the opening round of the preseason NIT.
Razorbacks will play host to Wake Forest on Friday night. Teddy Gibson led Arkansas with 15.
Wake Forest hosting North Carolina Wilmington. Skip Prosser making his Wake coaching debut. Now, closing seconds, Wake down by 1. Urban Murray feeding Darius Angalia inside, and that's a game winner, we think. Put the Deacons up by 1. The ensuing free throw, the miss. The Seahawks push it up. Ed Williams, Tim Burnett can't handle the pass, and the ball goes out of bounds, and that was the last chance for UNCW. 79.
One of DeJuan Wagner's many tattoos says simply the Messiah, which might seem a tad presumptuous, but in his young life, Wani has already put an entire city on his back and given them hope when he was the top schoolboy baller in the land. Wagner has left Camden, New Jersey, and taken his considerable talent south to Memphis for what may be one and done on campus, and that'll be okay with the Tigers if he can take them to Atlanta. We will see if a child will lead them to the Pyramid, where number 14 Memphis plays, and there he is, folks. DeJuan Wagner flashback. We're going to hear about this a lot. He hung 100 on a high school team in January. Fancy little dunk there. First half, Memphis is up 5. Wagner now playing with the collegiate folks. Going to get the rip, and look out. Only 98 to go. Lay in, Memphis up 7. Still first half, more Wagner showing some of the things he can do. Left-hand dribble, going the other way. That's a tough shot. Bottoms up. Memphis takes a 14-point lead. Moments later, there's some talent on this team. Kelly Wise with a rip, going to streak up court, and folks, that is levitation, Holmes. Memphis up 14 at the break. Second half, Memphis rolling up 26. Wagner, another rip, going to take it the other way, but the freshman unselfish gives it over to Wise for the lay-in. Wagner 4 assists in the game later in the second. Memphis once again going to be in transition. They were running throughout the evening. Wagner, oh, this is nasty. Hits the B button spin. No glass, no need. Wagner with 18. They roll, does Memphis. 88-61. All eyes squarely on Wagner. Maybe a little tight, that's understandable. Finished 6 of 17, missed all 4 shots from behind the arc, but did end up with 18 and 4 assists. Don't worry, he will be as good as the ribs from the rendezvous in time. Good thing for Coach Cal. He's already got some talent. Scooter McFadden led 3 other Tigers who were in double digits on the night.
Number 8, Missouri, opening with Tennessee Martin. Late first half, Tigers on a 20-2 run. Arthur Johnson the block. Wesley Stokes growing some hair, handing out the rock to Kareem Rush, Big 12's preseason player of the year. Got his team a 21-point lead. More Rush. Again from Wesley. Whoops, fumble, got it, back, 2 points. 48-31, Mizzou, more Rush. He has some range. From that range, you get 3 points. Rush, a huge game as Missouri wins 89-63. Just swell numbers in all the columns on the stat sheet. 28 points, 5 rips, 3 assists, 2 blocks. Tigers blocked 10 shots total. Arthur Johnson swatted 5. Set a school freshman record with 65 blocks last year. Clarence Gilbert shot off.
Cowboys ride horses, so do Trojans. Not rodeo, but hoops. And there's Sam Clancy, averaged 17.2 a game a year ago, and they're glad he's back. Brandon Granville going to get it down low to Sam I Am. Big night for him. He dunks 36-32 at the half. Second half, fast break. Desmond Farmer, Jerry Dupree. Where you at, kid? He goes up and gets it. Trojans up by 10. Later in the second, Granville again going to throw it up. This one's an air ball, though, or maybe it's an alley-oop. I'm going to say that's an alley-oop. Dupree doing some things. Trojans go on to win it. Southern Cal happy. Sam Clancy still one of the men of Troy. And way now to college hoops. Luke Recker thinks his Hawkeyes of Iowa underrated at 10th. They look good tonight. Hawkeyes up 7. Recker, sweet dish to Reggie Evans, who's going to lay it in. He had a huge night. Ensuing possession with Iowa up 12-3. Evans, good steal. And now, how about this? Length of the court bounce. Beautiful. Recker and the Hawkeyes up 11. Still in the first. Recker now on the break, and this is even better. Behind the back, Brody Boyd tip pass. Reggie Evans, he had 17 in the first. Now final seconds of the first half. Long inbounds pass to Boyd. He's going to say, Luke, where are you, Luke? Give me all 3 of these. Hawkeyes up 45-18 at the half, and they would cruise to the victory. Now, just to put this whole thing to bed.
The hoop, Air Force, Missouri. Flyboys up against the number 8 team in the country. And Arthur Johnson, he's a large boy. The steal and the finish. Woo. Slick, 19 points in 17 minutes. Then the second half, Kareem Rush. He could chuck it from long. 28 in the season opener. Tuesday against Tennessee Martin. There's 3 more. He had 19 in this one. Clarence Gilbert led the team with 20 and more. Arthur Johnson, the next time you say boy, there better be one around. Thank you. 19 points, 5 boards as Mizzou wins big, 86-58. Mizzou a winner in the first meeting between the two teams since 1964. Tigers lost that one, but now lead the all-time series 2-1.
Boston against Iowa. If it were a hockey game, BU would be in luck. Tony Amati, he's a BU grad, but it's hoop, and they're in trouble. Chauncey Leslie with a steal ahead to Pierre Pierce, and he's going to go ahead and get up and knock it down. Game tied. As I say, BU more known for their hockey. Keith Kachuk, he's a Terrier. But the goals we're scoring here, they were the basketball. This time, Pierce with a steal. He reciprocates to Leslie for the lay-in. Hawks up 2. But hey, BU, they've always got. They got Chris Drury. He's an alum, like Chris Drury. But hey, BU's close, only down 3. We've got an alley-oop from Billy Collins to Matt Turner. His only bucket of the second half. Lead cut to 1. Can BU do it? Do you believe in miracles? No. Hawkeyes are going to do it here. Leslie with a steal and a dunk. 19-4 run in the second half. They go on to cruise to a 90-61 win. Reggie Evans not pictured. Starting
Team Michigan State, for those who love defense. First half, Spartans up 25-23. Marcus Taylor, that's for trips. He had 12 points in the game. Less than 10 to go in the first. Sooners down 8. Hollis Price from far away at 11.5. 18 for the game. Sooners down 5.5. Flashing back to last year, Tom Izzo, Jason Richardson, Zach Randolph. Great players. So good they went to the NBA. So Izzo, yeah, he's got some new fish. Youngins, Kevin Torbert, 7 points in 27 minutes of burn. Spartans up 2. Spartans up 5. Allen Anderson, yeah, definitely no relation. Ought to be young and athletic, though. Next possession for MSU, it's Chris Hill. He, too, had 7 points, 56% shooting. Spartans up 9 freshman kids. Remember, always go to class. Spartans up 8 now. Taylor, Torbert. Taylor had 9 assists. MSU wins at 67-55. The home win streak extends to 46 at President Center. Also gives Izzo his 150th career coaching victory. Oklahoma now has lost in the second round in all 4 of its trips to the preseason NIT. All those losses on the road. Can we get a game in Norman, please?
DePaul and Syracuse. Deshaun Williams scored 22 in the first round of the NIT. Looking for more, and he was going to get it. There's 3. And later, Williams, give me all 3 of these. Absolutely. Then he's not greedy. Nice dish to Craig Ford for the dunk. They had a pump fake. Nice drive. Good to see a little inside game as well, not just outside. Outside, inside. 17-2 run for the Orange. Later, Cuse up 8. Amari Sawyer from deep for DePaul. Kalapa. And then the next DePaul possession, again Sawyer. DePaul within 2, 16 on the night for Sawyer. Second half, more Cuse, Williams running. Dishes to Queth Duaney. Nice little dribble, hop, and lay in. Cuse up 9. Next possession, Preston Shumpert. He can hit from 3, but he doesn't. But there's Duaney with a rebound in the hoop. Cuse up 11. 14-point lead now, and a huge dunk from Duaney. Career night for him. Not just offensive night for Williams. No, sir. Queon Greer, you're not allowed in here. Williams helped Syracuse get their 31st straight win in November. He had 25 points to pace the Orange men, who got career highs from Queth Duaney in both points, 17, and boards, 12. Preston Shumpert had 15. DePaul chucked up 23 three-pointers, hit only 5, turned it over 19 times. Tough to do that and win in the Carrier Dome, or anywhere else for that matter. Cuse gets Michigan State next at the Garden.
From DePaul to DeJuan Wagner, Memphis, Old Dominion. Of course, remember Pop's good player. Milt back playing for the Louisville Cardinals from 81 to 86. Little window treatment. Juan says, I know how to use the glass. There it is. Memphis by 1 early. Milt, he could take it strong to the rack. He's Bill's 4th all-time leading scorer, 1,836 points.
Nice shorts.
Yeah, they got the high short going on here. Dewan, he's strong to the hole. Memphis up 17 late in the first. Milt, national champ in '86, so Suns got some work to do. Can't win it in the second game, but you can still play. That's a flush. Memphis up 21 in the second half. Of course, Milt, his career high 34. They didn't have no three-point line. Not that one, not hand-drawn, nothing. Everything's 1s and 2s. A career high, as I said, 34. Dewan, he's going to get 3 points for that. He finished with 32 on the night as Memphis wins it 91-66. So add him up, and Wani has half 100 total in his first 2 games. USC Fresno State. Arcadian taking on the Henry's Bibby. Rod O'Neal. Nets won. USC erasing a 14-point halftime deficit. This part of your preseason NIT. Melvin Ely at 9 points, 7 rebounds, putting Tark's Sharks back out in front. Matt Mitchell, the freshman. Nice work by him. 17 points, including 4 free throws in the final minute, 22 seconds. Fresno wins it 65-58. They win despite shooting just 28% from the floor. USC, not much better, 35%, but just 2 of 18 from three-point range. It's only the second meeting between these two clubs since 1929. And
Bogan's back for his junior season. Marcus, pro scouts think he'll be a #1 pick in the next NBA draft. Marvin Stone on the offensive board here. He had 12 in the game. Kentucky within 2. Western Kentucky down by 1. Patrick Sparks, Mike Wells, and Western Kentucky's up 32-30. Closing minutes of the first half. Bogan's a little bit frustrated. David Boyden gives Bogans a shove, and we got technicals on each. It was 32-30 at the half. Second half. Tador Pandov on the offensive glass. He had 9 points. Then it's Tremaine Roll stepping in, stealing the pass, and he goes in for the lay-in. 47-36. This is a developing situation. Tayshaun Prince, coast to coast, up and down he goes. Count the bucket. Kentucky within 9. Prince shaken up, but would be okay. Then it's Prince again. Left hand, 2 of his 12. Kentucky with an 8. But Western staying aggressive. Boyden for the rebound as they were able to get it done on the offensive boards. He had 15. Western up 57-46. Gerald Fitz the steal in the lane. Kentucky within 6. But Derek Robinson for 3. And Western Kentucky wins it 64-52. Boyden 15 points. Marcus 13 points, 10 boards. It's the first win for Western Kentucky over Kentucky since the 1971 NCAA tournament. Kentucky shooting only 2 out of 18 from three-point range. The Wildcats have lost their home openers in back-to-back years. St. Joe's moving the ball. Damian Reed knocks it down. St. Joe's attacking again. 9th-rated team in the land. Naeem Crenshaw driving the lane, hits the rebound. But 3 seconds to go. St. Joe's down 1, 68-67. Delonte West focused, needs it for the tie, doesn't get it. Ball is loose, the putback is up, and the putback is no good. What is going on here? Eastern Washington the upset, 68-67. Chris Hester leading the way with 20.